Wow. So now we have a new lobby music-ish. What is going on today, guys? Lone Wolf here, and today we're back with BeamNG.drive. And this video we're gonna be checking out version 0.39.1. I would check out 0.39, but that update didn't work for me. I absolutely could not launch the game at all on my PC. And I've known I'm not the only one that has that issue. Let's go and dive right back in and see what's new. Oh my gosh. This is the Cherrier Ardente. I think I'm saying it correctly, but man, this lighting effects is so beautiful. I do have this set at sunrise. You guys can also play around with the light effects quite a bit. In a racer version of it, which honestly is probably my favorite, just because it just the paint job is well put together. And yes, this is a two-door coupe. It has I think three, no, I think it has five engine options. And I believe this one has, I think it's a 2.4 liter four cylinder, which is quite impressive for this little racer. Now let's turn it on. Oh my gosh, it sounds pretty good if you ask me. Now there is a ton of other options that we can choose from. This one, like I said, is probably my favorite, and these are really highly customizable to whatever extent you really want. And it's pretty fast if you ask me. So in here you got quite a bit of options on this interior. We are actually gonna just pull over right out in the middle of the road. Okay, that I purposely did that. Um, yeah, there's a ton of like ton of detail happening in here, and you can kind of see the dash glow in the sun, and the lighting uh, does have quite a bit of physics to it in this update. Like it. Whew, I didn't think they would make it this good. Now you can see, and it's on all variants. They animated lighting on for the hazards or the turn signals, even on the mirrors, which I'd never seen in any vanilla vehicles, unless you have some weird lighting mods of your choice. But yes, it looks pretty cool. I wasn't fully sure how I felt about this vehicle when I first launched the game and I saw it for the first time. This also is pretty much my first impression, so I don't know exactly how it feels, so I might be a little sloppy at driving, but bear with me. All the different variants of this vehicle here, you have pretty much the base model, which is a four-cylinder, 2-liter diesel, apparently. I didn't know there was a diesel or a gas variant with a dual clutch. It's a 190 D, which I'm assuming that goes based off of horsepower because it has 189, which I can see factories saying, oh, it's 190D. You got a manual version of it. You have a 230, which is a four-cylinder, 1.6 liter gas and with the dual clutch. Uh, you also have a manual version of that. You have the Comfort, which is a four-cylinder, 2-liter. diesel again with all-wheel drive, which I think is pretty cool. You have, I think this is a police edition, which is interesting because it has a four-cylinder diesel. It doesn't say what size it is, but you kind of need a higher top speed than this. You have an all EV. You have two versions of the EV. You have the Le Mans and you have the Sport Le Mans, which they're alright looking. We will check it out in a minute. You also have this 310 dual clutch. Same thing for manual. You have another police version. This is a police sport edition, apparently. It has much better top speed, let's just say that. You got the Carmen Sport manual. This honestly is the most interesting looking one out of all of them. You also have the 410 Friesen, which is high performance with a powerful 5. Yes, it's not a typo. 5-cylinder 2.5 liter gas engine with all-wheel drive and dual clutch. You also have another manual version of it, which I feel like the manual version. I never played around with a 5-cylinder. I feel like the manuals on the 5 cylinders would be pretty cool. And then you got the street tuned, which is what I have right now, which I don't think it's a 5-cylinder. You also have the track day, which is the 4-cylinder, which is race suspension, brakes, and tires. You also have the race edition, which is also a 4-cylinder front-wheel drive, which is interesting. You also have a asphalt rally edition, which looks pretty cool. It reminds me of the OG Forza Forza decals, I think. That's what it's called back then today. You also have a gravel rally edition. Now, you can see the sky. I'm not sure how well you guys can be able to see this, but there is a slight Milky Way forming right above us. I just thought that was cool. And then, when you switch back to the vehicle, turn it on. Oh, you can see the tail light shine back from the hill, or I should say cliff behind us, and back into the vehicle, which is pretty cool. And then, oh my gosh, something is wrong. Okay, I had to restart the game, and I came back to the same area. Yeah, you got some pretty good effects happening all the time. Now, you can see the light actually adapt to how you look at it, and it's the same way for reflecting off the vehicle, which is pretty cool. Now, the reason why I went for the EV version, because it has the most amount of lights, so I can easily show you guys exactly what it looks like. Driving at night, it's it's actually it's much harder, but it's much more realistic as well. Now, these are not my brights. These are my just standard low beams. You can sort of see like a little flash, and then it readjusts to however brightness that it thinks it needs, which is also pretty cool because traffic can also do this as well, and they also adapt to whatever brightness. and it does have some crash detection technology in it that some, very few actually, of the default vehicles have this option. I think it's only the Cherrier Vivas, and I think there's one other version of the vehicles, or one other vehicle selection you can get with the crash detection. But yes, this, it did alright. Let's switch today to see what it really looked like. Oh man. It crashed. Alright, there's a little bit of glitching happening. But I know this update has been out for just a little bit, like 2 days now. And I gotta say, for being this early into this development, it is pretty dang good. Let's go ahead and switch maps and see the next vehicle. So this is the gravel edition of the Cherrier, and I gotta say, it looks pretty sleek, up to the task for all this. It runs pretty dang good. I did notice that it's a little nose heavy. I'm pretty sure that can be easily fixed with a different kind of spoiler, probably. But even still, it does pretty dang good over the jumps. It kind of just floats on it if you actually go at it at a perfect angle. But man, it is pretty good. Now I do want to see what the engines look like. Now I did switch to a 310M because I could not get the hood to latch open. But then this thing honestly looks pretty cool. I do have to say this, it does look pretty good. I mean, minus the front end being a little bit low quality, but what do you have to say? At least we got this update and it works pretty well. I must say, this thing is pretty fun. And oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with the game. I do know the game is a little buggy. Mods are still work in progress. Um, but once the modders do update it, the game, it should run much better. And I have to say, this thing's handle like a freaking dream. It runs so smoothly. And it's actually, it feels like a magnet to the ground. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it just sticks. Like, I went through that corner at 50 miles an hour. But anyways, holy crap. Is this even Beam? Now, I do want to mention that there is quite a few other new features and little bells and whistles that the devs, has included into this game that I really did not cover because I didn't really see much about them. I must say, this game was pretty fun. I can't wait to see what the devs have to offer in the future. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.